someone told Dorothy that the person who destroyed her marriage, the person who planted sickness in her life, the person who smiled with her but prayed against her was her own elder sister, she would have laughed. She would have argued. She would have defended Clara with her whole chest. But life has a way of removing blindfolds. Sometimes the people we trust the most are the ones quietly opening doors of pains behind us. Dorothy grew up in a peaceful home in Accra. Her parents, Auntie Joyce and Uncle David, were simple people who believe in kindness and prayer. Dorothy was the soft one, quiet, respectful, a girl that says please, even if she's the one helping you. Her elder sister, Clara, was different, bold, sharp-tongued, always wanted control in the house. If something didn't happen her way, she became angry immediately. But Dorothy loved her deeply. She always believed Clara was the strong one sent to protect her. What Dorothy didn't know was this. Clara had a hidden jealous she did not understand, a jealous that didn't start with her. It started from the secrets buried long before she was born. Dorothy met Richard back in university. They fell deeply in love, but temptation drawn them. The guilt became too heavy, so they rushed into marriage to make things right. The wedding became the talk of the area. Clara acted like the perfect big sister. Paid for the gown, supervised decorations, and everything. During the reception, Clara walked up with a plate of food and whispered, "I made your food special. Eat everything. Don't share with your husband." Oh. Dorothy laughed, thinking she was joking, but that special food planted something in her body that day. Few days after their wedding, Dorothy was teaching in the classroom when she suddenly collapsed. Her body shook uncontrollably. Her students screamed. The school rushed her to the hospital. Epilepsy, they say, just like that. No warning, no history, no explanation. And the seizures, they happen only in public places, churches, markets, school assembly. But strangely, never at home. Richard's mother became cold. Her smile disappeared. Her voice changed. One day, she visited Dorothy without informing her, and she shouted her name. "Dorothy, how could you do this? Why didn't you tell us you were sick? If you think my son will stay married to someone with this condition, you are joking." Dorothy cried, "Mommy, I didn't know, I swear." But the woman turned her face away. That evening, Dorothy expected the husband to defend her. He didn't. He stood quiet. He looked tired. He acted like the love he once had for her had packed its bag and left. Soon, Richie stopped touching her, stopped sleeping in their rooms, stopped trying. One night, he said, "I can't continue. This is too much." And he left the marriage just like that. His family blocked her. Uncle David, her father, was furious. He returned the drinks, ending the marriage traditionally. Dorothy walls fell apart. But something unexpected happened almost immediately. One afternoon, a close friend visited her. They talked normally about life. Then the friend suddenly asked, "My sister, are you sure Clara is happy for you?" Dorothy laughed. "Why won't she be happy? She did everything for my wedding." The friend looked at her quietly. "Think well. Your sickness started after the wedding, after Clara brought that food." Dorothy became angry immediately. "Don't say that. Clara is my sister." Her friend apologized. She didn't push it. But the words entered Dorothy's heart like a seed. That night, Dorothy couldn't sleep. She remembered Clara's strange smile, her cold reactions, her distance, her silence during her sickness. Something was wrong, but Dorothy kept pushing it aside until she had a terrible dream. In that dream, Clara was standing in a dark room holding the same wedding plates. She smiled and said, "You took what was meant for me, and I took something from you too." Dorothy woke up crying. Her hands were shaking. Her body felt cold. A few days later, a prophet confirmed it. Your sister wasn't happy for you. She fed you something on your wedding day. Your marriage carried the curse. Your divorce removed it. Dorothy's heart shattered. She didn't confront Clara. You don't confront people who walk comfortably with darkness. Instead, she quietly packed her bags, removed her SIM card, and relocated to a different city to start a life again, far away from the person she once called sister. Dorothy rebuilt her life in peace. No epilepsy, and then she met Joe. Joe was nothing like Richard. He was kind, hardworking, and patient. He treated Dorothy like a human being, not like a burden. Slowly, she fell in love again. When Joe proposed, Dorothy said yes. For the first time in a long time, she felt safe. Joe gathered his elders. They traveled to Accra to meet her family. Clara was there that day, standing tall, acting innocent, pretending nothing had ever happened. But she was not ready for the shock waiting for her life. When Joe mentioned his surname, Auntie Joyce almost dropped the bag she was carrying. Her hands shook, her eyes widened, her voice cracked. Who did you say your father is? She asked. Joe answered, Papa Ni. Silence filled the room. Uncle David closed his eyes, as if preparing for a storm. And then the truth came out. Papa Ni was Clara's real father. Clara was not Uncle David's child. She was the child Auntie Joyce conceived in university with Papa Ni. Their parents forced Auntie Joyce to marry David to hide the shame. They hid the truth from Clara all her life, meaning Clara and Joe are half-siblings. Dorothy and Joe are not related at all. Dorothy's new marriage is safe. Clara's jealousy had a spiritual root. Her spirit knew something her mind didn't know. Clara stood like a statue, her face drained of blood. Everything she had done, everything she felt, every evil action now made sense. She had been fighting Dorothy for a destiny she was never meant to have. Joe and Dorothy married beautifully. They relocated to Canada to start a peaceful life. Dorothy finally found love, healing, peace, freedom, a home without fear. Clara remains in Ghana, still single, still bitter, trapped in her own jealousy, facing the consequences of her action. Dorothy moved forward and she never looked back. The moral lesson of this story is that sometimes the person fighting you is fighting a truth they don't even know. But when destiny reveals itself, every battle finally makes sense.